So in this segment, we're going to be talking about the new leader of the DUP, Sir Geoffrey Donaldson, who has demanded the removal of the Northern Ireland Protocol in his first speech as leader of the DUP, or the Duped Party, as I like to call them, because they got tricked by the Tories. Anyways, point being is that his strategy clearly is to unify the party against the Northern Ireland Protocol, because the party has been divided over, I think, some stuff to do with gay marriage, something like that. You know, they got rid of Arlene Foster. It wasn't just over the Northern Ireland Protocol, it was with other things. Same with Edwin Poots as well. They got rid of him, I think, not just because of Brexit, even though Brexit would have been the main reason. Anyways, the MP for Langan Valley took a hard line over the Irish sea border on Thursday, when this was written, calling it the greatest threat to the economic integrity of the United Kingdom in our lifetimes. Well, that's not really true, is it? The greatest threat to our economic integrity, really, is it? Because Northern Ireland has a great opportunity to be a big export market in terms of it has free access to GB and free access to the EU. So again, a bit of exaggeration there, maybe hyperbole from Mr. Poots. So Alex Easton, an assembly member for the North Down, announced he was quitting the party after 21 years in despair of all the infighting. So as you can see, what Donaldson is trying to do is unite the party over a common cause, which is to get rid of the Northern Ireland Protocol, because all the infighting isn't good for any political party. Infighting is very bad, especially when it's public and when you've lost the last two leaders in quick succession. He said, "I have had to stand back and watch the colleagues tear themselves apart, brief against other colleagues, which I find hilarious. Every time I see colleagues briefing against each other, I'm like, yes, drag him or her, whoever, and run to the media in order to hurt each other on a daily basis," Easton said. "There is no respect, discipline or decency. I've just had enough." And to be fair, this paragraph right here, especially if it's in video form, I would use this in attack ads against the DUP. Most definitely. But what you can see is Donaldson trying to look for a common cause with his party in order to unite them against the Northern Ireland Protocol. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to do what any kind of populist would do, which is to unite the party against a common enemy, which is the EU and specifically the Northern Ireland Protocol. So, as the new leader of the DUP, this is Edwin Poots, saying, "I want to apologise to our supporters." I thought he was going to say, "I want to apologise to absolutely nobody, to our supporters and to the public for that. And more importantly, I want to draw a line under it and move on." So he's saying, like, the infighting, let's move on now. Donaldson, who plans to swap his Westminster seat for one in Stormont to become Ireland's first minister, said he would lead the opposition to the protocol in the Brexit deal. Surely he would stay in Parliament, though, no? Would that not be easier to stay in Parliament and go from there and just ask loads of questions? Would that not be the better thing to do? I don't know. He said he would lead opposition to the protocol in the Brexit deal that requires checks on goods going from Great Britain. I mean, lead this glorious opposition, Braveheart. Let's see what you can do. The Irish sea border threatened not just living standards, but the constitutional integrity of the United Kingdom, he said. You man don't care about living standards, though, do you? You don't care about the ordinary person in Northern Ireland. Because if you were, you would be selling the Northern Ireland Protocol as a great opportunity for Ireland. But you're not. You're more interested in the constitutional integrity bit because you want to cosplay as, British redcoats or whatever you do during the marching season. That's what you want to do, pal. So Donaldson said, in the weeks ahead, our goal is to remove the Irish sea border and to preserve and protect the internal UK market. But again, these people are mad. I think his party, I'm not 100% sure, do want a hard border within the island of Ireland. So this man's insane. The comments appear to represent a hardening from his previous position that the UK needed to deal with the protocol. So you can see he's gone from the UK need to do something about the protocol to we want to get rid of it entirely, which means that his rhetoric is kind of turning much more fierce. And so what he's going to do is his words are going to ramp up tensions and kind of pressure within Northern Ireland, and we might see more violence, hopefully not like we saw in March. And what he's going to really try and do is put pressure on Boris Johnson to scrap the Northern Ireland Protocol, which is something Boris Johnson, I hope, won't do, because it will just cause way more problems for the UK as a whole. But point being is that Donaldson is ramping up the rhetoric. Police across Northern Ireland are preparing for loyalist marches next week. So this was at the time this was written. I don't think there was any violence during the protests and the marching season, which is great, and that commemorates a 17th century battlefield victory and protest against the protocol. You know, some of these men live in the 17th century. Point being is that he's trying to do the smart thing, which is unite the party against the Northern Ireland Protocol. That's what he's trying to do. Find a common cause amongst the people within his party due to all the infighting and all the briefings and all that stuff. And he's trying to unite them against the common cause. The only problem is it's going to be a failure. He's not going to be able to get rid of the Northern Ireland Protocol. And so what happens to Donaldson then? Do they get rid of him as well? Because he's not going to succeed in doing this. The Northern Ireland Protocol is here to stay. You know, it's here for a long time, not just a good time. But anyways, look, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.